to 49 Unbeaten, the official ArsenalVavel podcast. This is episode 25, and we are here to review Arsenal's 3-1 away win in the Europa League against Olympiakos. Good result on the whole, boys, isn't it? I think going into it, you sort of said, it could be the bogey team, sort of history might repeat itself. But we got there in the end, didn't we? Ben, yeah. It started well.
Very, very pleased. Yeah. I was quite shocked. I don't know. With the result, I was shocked because of the occasion. Because it was Olympiakos, I was quite shocked. But yeah, very pleased with how we bounced back from their equaliser. So yeah, very, very happy. Very good.
It was a really interesting sort of start to the game. Sort of, we had a few good chances. Should have maybe scored a couple. Hit the post or the bar, I think it was. We had, and then sort of you were worried it would turn into one of those games that we just didn't take our chances, like Burnley. But it got the opener. Odegaard had a poor start to the game, but got us off to the decent start with a rocket of a goal down.
Yeah, it was. I think the keeper could have done better, but you look at the actual.
My man could have done better.
Mate, the power he struck the ball with, I don't know what the keeper was doing, but he came out with some force. And I think for him especially, you could tell that after he scored the goal, his confidence was up. And in the match report I was writing on the game, I was saying about how I think along with Gabriel, he was the best player on the pitch, purely because he was the only one looking to take those risky passes, kind of try and element of risk to just, high reward kind of thing. And I know Sabas came on and tried the same thing. It didn't go very well, but I think Odegaard looked very good, and it's good to see that he's stepping up now, and hopefully for the rest of the season he can do the same, and then we'll see what the future holds for him.
There's been that debate, hasn't there? Sort of Martin Keown's been quite anti-Odegaard. And is there a case that Odegaard, with current performances, deserves to be starting over Smith Rowe? Ben, or sort of does Smith Rowe earn his stripes to be involved regularly in the first team squad?
It's like a really, really B-Tech Messi versus Ronaldo debate. Like, why do we need, let's not just pick one. Why don't we just have them both? Like, they can start different games when we need them differently. Like, Smith Rowe, if he was fit, probably would have started that game because he's better in those tight spaces around the box. I think he's better moving the ball. We move the ball faster with him on the pitch. But Odegaard brings that little bit of, Ozil-esque quality. And, he's always got that Hollywood pass in him, even if he tries it a bit too much. And I don't think it's a problem having two attackers that are different profiles but play in the same position, especially when you can shift them out wide if necessary to, allow the other to play.
I think, as you said, I sort of understand where Martin Keown is coming from, how it may impact the development of Smith Rowe because he was playing so much and he was growing, so quickly. Yeah. But as you said, they're two different players. Smith Rowe better in more of a, direct approach, that drive that we may need in certain games. But Odegaard, as you said, mentioned the Ozil sort of style of play to hold it up, slow it down a little bit when needs to, and as you said, can play that killer pass and can open the game right up. So I can understand where Keown's coming from, and some Arsenal fans as well agree. But it is sort of potentially slowing the development of Smith Rowe down. But I think I don't think we need to really worry about Smith Rowe because Smith Rowe will still get game time, and so so I don't think there's anything really to worry about. But no, very happy with Odegaard so far.
It's also worth noting as well that Smith Rowe has had injuries in the past. Like, he's not immune to injuries.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not a player that stays particularly injury-free in the same way that Saka has so far in his career. You need to be able to rotate when you're playing games every 3 days. And if Arsenal fans are going to complain at the option of having Odegaard and Smith Rowe and then turn their noses up at Willian playing in the middle or signing Eriksen or Isco on loan, then I don't really know what they want, to be honest.
It's a fortunate position to be in, to have two players of that quality in there, albeit Odegaard's in on loan. We don't know what's going to happen there. He seems to be loving it in North London, rightly so. And you hope that maybe we could get him back in again next year or sign him permanently, even if there's like a clause of buyback or something. Once it went 1-0, I don't know about you, I sort of expected us almost to then kick on and sort of say, right, we've got one away goal, let's go and get more, and let's not settle just for one. And then Ceballos.
I'll tell you what, when Arsenal'd, I did worry for you.
We did.
Like,
We did it on multiple occasions, though. We did it.
Yeah, the David Luiz.
David
Luiz,
Luiz.
yeah.
And then there was, there was another one.
Ødegaard, yeah.
Yeah, Ødegaard just passed it backwards. And like, for some reason, like in recent weeks and months, we've suddenly just started to, old habits have kind of come back to again. And you're like, these could be completely eradicated, but it's the same old kind of. Ceballos again, I feel sorry for him if I'm being completely honest. Like he tried something that was very risky, and he had about 3 Olympiakos. It was a tactic they looked to employ. You could tell they sent players in groups to try and stifle a particular individual as we played out from the back. And I think it was dangerous, and we lived dangerously. And on another day, that could have been a defeat or a draw, but. Yeah. We did get a bit of luck with the goals as well, like obviously Ødegaard's one and Elneny's one were both kind of freak goals.
I think the problem stems from the goalkeeper. I was about to mention, I was about to say, it sort of brings flashbacks to the Petr Cech days. You know, it's sort of that similar sort of.
Leonard's been very obviously told to play that.
Yeah, sure, but I think the problem is he seems to lack some game awareness. Yeah. And I think he's always lacked game awareness. I mean, you look at the misjudgment against Wolves. You look at, I remember him flapping for crosses against Chelsea and making his errors there.
He seems more now, like coming to Cologne.
Yeah, he is. But he is also, you know, he's still, 27, 28?
He's 29 now.
He's 29 now. Jesus. Yeah. But he is, he's still very prone to putting us into positions that we then lose the ball from, because like the Xhaka one, for example, you're 2 minutes from half time, don't play it to your midfielder running back towards his own goal with 3 Burnley players around him. Sure, Xhaka could do better, but you know, that's just basics. And then the Ceballos one as well. Ceballos has 4 players around him.
Yeah.
By that logic, there is going to be space elsewhere. And that's when you literally have to just go over the top. And I understand that if he's been told to play out from the back, he'll be thinking, I've got to play out from the back, got to play out from the back. But this is where I think it becomes, you've been taught it so much that you then have to use your discretion to choose not to use it at times. No. Because people are cotting onto it.
Yeah, I've always hated us playing out from the back because we've never had the capable defenders of doing it. Got away with it against Chelsea, Man City in the cup last year. But it's
with Martinez, to be fair.
With
Martinez.
We didn't get away with it. That was perfect Arteta ball. That was, even in Fulham at the start of the season, we've shown moments when it works, and it works really well, and we're one of the best at it when it does work. But we also don't have the players to do it consistently.
Yeah.
We only have the players that can do it on occasions, and unfortunately, at the level we want to be, that's not good enough.
Yes. So we conceded. It was blame who you want. I don't want to credit Ceballos with the mistake, but he lost the ball, and it was a risky pass, but centre midfielder should. I don't want to say do better because it was a bad position to be in, but there's that level of expectation. Conceded 1-1, and at that point, I thought it was going to go downhill. I thought we'd lose confidence. We'd keep giving away silly balls, and we nearly got punished 2 minutes later. But we didn't. And I think that's the important thing. And changes came. Again, I was looking at them saying...
Elneny came.
Elneny came on for Partey. I was like, Partey's enough, victory, fine. Let's be progressive. We need to score. And you bring on Mr. Sideways. It's just a bit disappointing. But he proves us wrong.
It's Mr. Sideways backwards or top right-hand corner. One of the three.
Hold on.
He proved us wrong. And it was...
He only scores bangers. What was it? Barcelona. You seen it? What was it was it Dundalk?
Dundalk, yeah.
This one, I think.
Score from the halfway line in a friendly as well at the start of the season.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah. What a goal that was as well. It's just like Elneny's. He only scores screamers, but I think it was good for him. And I don't know about you guys, but as Arsenal fans, seeing the way the whole team celebrated that,
yeah,
something to really kind of hold on to.
You can see how you can see how much it meant as well. They knew that was an important goal. And I think that's going to what's kicking him into gear for the derby and for next week, because they know how big of a goal that is for our season.
I don't think we actually realise how important that win actually was in terms of Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been a completely different atmosphere if we even if we drew that game, even if we drew last night, going into the North London derby on Sunday, we'll have a completely different attitude to the attitude that we'll have hopefully going into the game on Sunday. So, but no, yeah, very I don't know, optimistic about Sunday now. I'm quite excited.
We looked at this run of form. We said this a couple of weeks ago, and we said Olympiakos must win, Burnley must win, Leicester must win, Benfica must win, Man City we sort of expected, and then Benfica must they're games that we said would define our season, and so far we've done well. I mean, Burnley should have won that game. It's just stupid mistakes, but we've done reasonably okay, and we only lost to Man City. So keeping that momentum is going to be imperative, especially going into a derby.
No, people who say that they can't see any progress under Arteta don't remember what it was like under Freddie, under the end of middle of Unai Emery's season. I remember conceding 26 shots to Watford.
Yeah,
it was appalling. And now we're so much better, and we've just got these stupid mistakes where we're giving up not even chances, we're giving up goals effectively because they're such good chances. It's just, if we iron those out, we'll be winning games, 1-2-0. And at the end of the day, that's good enough. Instead of if you turn a draw into a win 5 times a season, that's another 10 points. Suddenly we're scrapping for top 4. Would it be?
It was an important win. Gabriel also scored. I think that's a brilliant header to get it from that angle and to loop it how he did. Confidence for him as well. I think he's been out of form, dislodged by Mari in the league. And I think that was a really important goal for him because he started so well, and then I think he sort of suffered with COVID, and he's not really recovered. I think that's fair to say. He's not been what we saw.
He's not been the same player since before he got it. Yeah.
So it's good. We won the game. It's 3-1 going into next week. Can we see us progressing now into the last 8, or is it sort of too early to jinx it?
I mean, they need 3 goals away from home scoring.
I'd like to think that we are, a one step through the door. I'd like to think that we're pretty much there. As I said, Olympiakos got a tough challenge if they want to have any chance of,
Not even one step through the door. We've gone through the door. We're looking for somewhere to hang our coat up right now.
To get it straight, even if they score 2 goals next week, we will still go through. They have to score 3 to take it to penalties.
If they win 3-0, they go through, obviously. If they win 3-1, it goes extra time and penalties. If they start winning by anything more than
3 goals, then we're in trouble.
Yeah,
big trouble. Yeah,
but if we concede 4, I think there's bigger questions to ask than
at home as well.
Yeah.
Thing can happen. The magic of the Europa League, and it's not going to be that next season. It's going to be the Conference League next season.
The Conference League.
No. We're going through.
Do you think that if we do get through to the quarters, what are our chances of actually winning it? Do you think?
Well, Man United are the favourites. So, and then it's Spurs, and then it's us, and then it's Milan. 2 of those teams are definitely going out. One of those teams is definitely going out. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then you've got to look. Ajax are up there.
Yeah.
Granada, that's doing that, I'm pretty sure.
Villarreal, Unai Emery's old team.
Yeah, Villarreal. Oh my God.
I don't want to talk about it as if we're through because we did this last year.
Yeah, Unai Emery.
Imagine. Oh my word. That could happen. It could be so cursed. It could be Villarreal, Man United, Tottenham, the route to the final.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be impressive.
If we lose to Villarreal in the final, at least Unai Emery has finally won a European trophy. Again.
Again.
Yeah, I meant for us,
Yeah.
After Baku, it's his own revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's too early to talk about route to the final. We're not through yet. I think we, as fans, we're like, we're through. Let's focus on the derby, then we'll see who we get. But I think you never know with Arsenal, do you? I mean, we thought we were through last year. 1-0 away goal going in at home and then lost 2-1. It was
but that can't happen again for so many reasons. And we've also got to concede 3.
Yeah, we've got to concede 3 and not score at home.
We've got to not score at home against a defence that contained Kenny Lala, who Kieran Tierney had on toast for all of yesterday, and Socrates.
Yeah,
if you're not confident, going into that game,
if we score an early goal, I reckon we'll be safe.
Yeah,
cruising. Yeah.
So it's good. It's progress, and it's players almost finding their form again. Sort of Gabriel scored, that gives him the confidence. El Neni criticised for being sort of a boring player, scored a great goal. That should give him confidence. It's departing towards the right direction, and it's showing signs of improvement. We've got through around further than we did last year, and I know we've gone from semi-finals to final to round of 32, but it's progress. League-wise, maybe not, but he's building something, and we can see that he's building something. Anything else on the game? Any sort of stand-up moments, players?
Bellerin.
Okay.
I feel like he gets an unfair rap both from us and also from Arsenal Twitter more widely. And I think it's only fair to recognise when he's been brilliant. You know, he's not. I don't think he's ever awful. Maybe that Manchester City game where he was pretty bad.
Yeah.
He's not as amazing as Kieran Tierney, that's for sure. But yesterday was brilliant. Saved us a certain goal as well with that deflection 2 minutes after we conceded the first time.
So it's good news. So
it's all good news.
So we've got the derby coming up on Sunday. We will be talking about that in our preview podcast. But initial thoughts of just the momentum going into it. This surely brings momentum, even though we've got 4 hours back today. It's positive going into a game of this magnitude.
Yeah, you've got to win. You've got to win. And I think Arteta showed very clearly he's thinking of the derby in mind with that game when he brought on Thomas Partey. Yeah. Obviously, Ceballos did what he did.
Yeah.
Bringing off Partey, give him some rest. Bringing off Saka, bringing off Aubameyang. And then giving people like Pepe some minutes. And I think Pepe, again, he's looked good when he's come on. I think it's a shame not to see Martinelli getting more minutes. And could we see him maybe go on loan next season? But I think, we've got good momentum going into the Spurs game. But at the same time, Gareth Bale seems to be playing the form of his life at the moment, which isn't a good sign for us. And it could be interesting. Yeah.
Well, that is it for our Olympiakos first leg round of 16 Europa League review. We're in a good mood. It's a good result. We're very happy. Thank you for watching, listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share everything. Let us know your thoughts. Make sure to watch our last video on our YouTube channel because it's definitely caused some debates between us. a lot there. So thank you, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.